Greetings, greetings, greetings. We are here in the lab, and I got Justice right here because something happened. We are in the lab again. Ron Teller in the lab, and we are here with another special guest. And you said, all our guests are special. And we got family in the house. We got family in the house. We got Erica Phillips in the house. We got our fam in the house. Bam, right here. Ron Teller. And we say to all of you out there, share, 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 because we got something exciting that's happening right here. Tied to our sister Erica. Erica, how you doing? Bam.
I'm feeling good. It's good to be here and having a conversation with you.
That's right. That's right. And again, great work that you're doing. And so we're going to be talking about that. But now what we got to do, we do this all the time. Our folks on Run Tell That, Erica, this is what the deal is. We got to say, who are you?
My name is Erica Tiffany Phillips, born in Chicago, Illinois, to Sedonia and Franklin, granddaughter of Joyce and Elizabeth and Theodore, and great granddaughter of Dorothy Thomas Crosby. And we're going to be talking about a little bit about her today and her influence on me in my life, my great grandmama.
All right. And she already threw it out there because, what we do, in the Black community, we go say, who are you? But then we also go ask this question, who your people? Who your people? Because, that's important to us because, again, that shows a tie of connection. So we know something about you. When we know who your people are, that tells a whole bunch about who that person is that's in front of us, who we're talking to, who we're associating with, who we got in our atmosphere. So again, since she done threw someone out there who are people, so we'll go ahead and roll with this right here. All right, we're gonna ask this question. Who inspires you? Who inspires you? And it can be several people that inspires you. So who inspires you?
There's so many people who inspire me. I guess who I've been thinking about lately, people I've been thinking about lately are obviously my great grandmother. She was my reason for moving south, and for researching, my family, for really wanting to reconnect with our family lineage. And I was thinking from the very first trip I actually made to Savannah, I went to the Civil Rights Museum. And, what struck me the most was really seeing and understanding how we as a community made that movement happen. Like all these figures stick out, these people. Obviously it was just after King's, celebration of his birthday, and all these figures who we hold up and, who did amazing things. But I think I've just been lately so impressed and moved by and inspired by just all the everyday people and just how we came together as a community and how we do come together as a community to make actions and movements happen. And I think that's lost a lot, and when in the kind of cult of celebrity and all of that, and the myth of the individual, and but it's like how all that we do together, all those women who are organizing, in churches and community centers to actually make boycotts possible. So I've just been thinking a lot, being inspired by the everyday person, the everyday people.
Okay. All right. And again, we said all y'all share, because it's important right here. And well, everything is important. So we say make sure those of you checking out the show, share. And so now we come to this, sis. It is what songs give you that that you when you hear it, it's like okay, it like bam, that your entire being is not uplifted. Your entire being, it transforms you. What song or songs do that for you?
Oh, songs. Well, like artists come to mind.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. So like lately, I've really needed a lot of energy and like just oomph and audacity and, power. And so Tina does that for me, Tina Turner.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
um, yeah. I've also just like had a lot, going on, just managing so many different details, and it's just like the speed of everything. So I have been wanting to listen to and hear things that are like grounding, for me. So like that's a lot of that is like 70s soul music, and like Earth, Wind and Fire and like Stevie Wonder and the stuff that my mother was listening to when she was pregnant with me.
All right. Okay. Okay.
Like
Okay.
makes me
Okay.
feel,
Mm-hmm.
chill.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like that. That's what's been on repeat lately.
Okay.
But
Good.
I love music. It's hard for me to, choose one thing.
It's all good. It's all good. Yes. Yes,
Mhm.
indeed. So now there's another question I was going to ask, but I'm going to throw this one out here because this is who is Dottie? We're going to talk about what is Dottie, but I want to know who is Dottie because you mentioned say great grandmother. Who is this woman? Who is this woman named Dottie? I want the audience to know who is this lady.
Yeah, Dottie or Dorothy Crosby was my great grandmother, and I spent a good portion of my first, years of life really mostly with her. Um, and she was born in Clayton, Alabama, and like many of our people during the migration, my great grandparents moved to Chicago. And there's so much I can say about her, but she was the matriarch. She held our family together. She was the person who called everybody on their birthday and called and made sure everybody voted.
Okay.
you know
Okay. Mm-hmm.
and her home was really the hub, of the family. Like it was always a place where you could drop by and see your cousins and get a meal and just feel loved by and cared for by her. She was always there, always asking about you, and just really right there with you, present, and give you those words, lift you up if you were down. um yeah, that so that having that experience, of being so close with my great grandmother, made me, well, they said I was already born like an old soul, but it
Mm-hmm.
really,
All
it
right.
just really, it really, grounded me in family and community and the importance of that,
Yes.
um, and yeah, and taking and family went beyond just the immediate family. Like we always say, Dottie, Dottie never met a stranger, but
Mm-hmm.
she never met anybody who wasn't, family. She took care of other, kids on the block and people, and she was the one to help you navigate, various bureaucracies. She helped so much of our family, to move out of poverty and
Okay.
you know, um, into jobs and homes and um yeah, and just there wasn't a lot of just wasn't a lot of fanfare or whatever about it. It was every day. It was just what you did. um and she was just a real champion. She was a real champion of our people, just unconditionally,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes sometimes questionably, but with some people, but just unconditionally a champion, and just instilled in me from a very early age that we root for each other. We have each other's backs in a deep way. You know, so that's there's so much I can say about her, but that's who she was. She grew tomatoes. Tomatoes were her favorite thing to grow, but she had a
Okay.
beautiful garden. She could grow anything, but tomatoes were her favorite. Tomatoes, cucumbers, Um, we had an apple tree in her backyard, so she apple cobblers and preserved applesauce, and you know made pickles, and yeah, she was a real amazing person.
So what type of green apples or red apple tree?
It was a red apple tree.
Okay. All right. We
Hmm.
had we had green apple tree at my grandma's house. So I'm just throwing it out there. We had the green apple. We had the green apple. So yeah. And
Which I
so
do prefer.
So yes, that's right. That's right. And so when you was throwing something out there, because in fact it's something that I'll be putting out there on another one of my Gullah observations, which I talk about ancestral lands, and I tell people I say the year 2023, and I say it beyond. I'm not designating saying that this is the year of ancestral lands and beyond. The importance with regards to again the land and that we having the land, the essential of the land. And I said that, and when I talk about the ancestral land, it is land that is not about you just buy the land that you buy your house. It's the land that has been in your families for generations, for a
Yeah.
century or better, and that they understood why this was necessary for the family, is for the foundation, for us to be connected as one, and pulling all of us in and providing that installation that with regards to protection, that we're all taken care of, that we are all nurtured. So, and with regards to listening to you, that made me like, bam, going to say, okay. That just like I just before we came on, that's what I was doing, talking with someone else about something, but then had to go and do that quick video with regards to that. So that why I hear that installation, that protection, that nurturing that was right there, and that again it brought everyone in with regards to that. And so, and then also when you were discussing too about leaving from Alabama and then going up to Chicago, thinking about the warmth of other suns. That again, that has a Savannah component to it. So that's why I'm like saying, oh yeah, it is fitting with regards to that. So now we'll get into this right here. What is Dottie's? What is Dottie's?
Dottie's is a cafe and specialty food market that's going to be located at 207 West Broughton Street, and we are going to we're going to be like an all-day cafe, so a casual, dining experience. You can, whether you want to dine in or grab something and go. So we really want to be that place where if you on your lunch break, and you need to, if it's 30 minutes or a little bit more, you can come and grab something and be able to sit down and eat and have some and eat real food, so real food, real ingredients.
Mm-hmm.
My husband Chris is a chef, and he talks a lot about like good real food can still be convenient, like it's not, fast food doesn't have to be not good food. We'll just put it that way.
Okay.
Or not
Okay.
good for you.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
so things that, that make you feel good, fill up your belly. And we're obviously on Broughton, so that's a big, kind of tourist street. So I'm hoping to really highlight a lot of local, artists and craftspeople. Continuing, I love what Elby's doing at the Cultures Union. And I've seen a lot of, been introduced to a lot of amazing people who are local, doing beautiful, beautiful work there. So, both here in Savannah, and I also want to look for people, in the all around the Low Country,
Yes.
So yeah, I mean, we don't like, I feel like I don't see on Broughton, sweetgrass baskets, and just like there's so many things that are like just are indigenous to this part of the country. And I don't want to talk bad about chains or or other businesses, but I just think it's nice to have a feeling of a place that's local and that is going to celebrate and connect with and also uplift other local vendors. We also want to be a good contributor to the food system, so celebrating local farmers, and so working with local farmers and other food vendors and such, people who are any jarred things, preserves, pickled things, things like that. So if somebody listening is one of those people, definitely reach out. Yeah. Does that give you a good picture?
Oh, well, I mean,
of the place?
yeah, but now I'm gonna say, when you said tell people they can reach out to you, how can they contact you? So we're going to put that out right now. How can they contact you? How can they reach out to you?
Well, our website is dottiesmarketsav.com. And we're on Instagram, Dotties_SAV. So those are good ways to reach out to me and
Okay.
to us. Mhm.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and so we'll, in the morning we'll have coffee and pastries, and eventually warm breakfast. For lunch, you can get sandwiches, salads. When it's cold, we have some soup, stews. Um, yeah.
And so what are you looking at operating hours? What are the hours are you looking at operating?
Well, when we open, we'll open for lunch, lunch and breakfast, so coffees and pastries
Okay.
and lunch. So it'll be probably like eight to three kind of thing.
Okay. Okay.
As we get the team trained and we get ramped up and are ready to execute at the highest level, we'll be open 8 to 8.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right. And so yeah, so why did you decide to create this? Why did you decide to create this entity called Dotties? Why do you decide to create it?
Mhm. Well, like as I mentioned, my husband's is a chef, and so it's my cousin Yvonne who's going to be the second in command there in the kitchen, is also a chef. So, it's a family business,
Okay.
um, and so I think chefs are um, there. It's a lifestyle. It's not just a job. It's like
Mm-hmm.
who they are. And it fits with who I am too. Like I love that gathering people. I love hosting, people. I love creating places and spaces for people to be in, and be together and connect. I think restaurants play so much more of a role in our communities, I think, than they
Mm-hmm.
sometimes get credit for, or they have the potential to.
Right.
Like these gathering spaces. Um, they can become hubs of communication, places for people to meet,
Mm-hmm.
have
Mm-hmm.
meetings,
Mm-hmm.
places to share, important places to share information.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and they can really uplift neighborhoods,
Mm-hmm.
and so that's, I have that view
Mm-hmm.
of a restaurant and a market as well, and that I hold that as a responsibility.
Okay. Oh yes, absolutely, absolutely. And so you gave some of it, and that's why now we're going to delve into it a little bit more. What do you want it to mean to you? What do you want Dotties to mean to you? And but then also, what do you want Dottie to mean to the people, to the community?
Hmm. 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 I want it to, on a very simple level, I want it to be the kind of place where you come in and you're acknowledged, where you're seen, acknowledged, and maybe you don't want a lot of communication or answer. Maybe you are just trying to come in and get what you need to get and get out, but you're seen and appreciated. You know, your business is appreciated, your presence is appreciated. I think that we can have a very big impact on people's, day and lives, just in those small moments and interactions that we have with each other. Um, and so, um, I think in a bigger way, I think I want to have a positive impact, on the hospitality industry and, on the service industry. I take, I was a waitress for a long time,
Okay.
and starting out and when I was in school, and even after that. And I worked with a lot of, just amazing people who had a lot of pride, in their work and in service. And again,
Mm-hmm.
just like when I was talking about grandmothers, and it's really, it's Dottie's, but it's grandmothers in general, that are, the
Mm-hmm.
inspiration, and just that pride and care and dignity, in
Mm-hmm.
service. And so, um, but also, I just like being very practical. So just having that practical way to care for people, and again, kind of lift people up and maybe have a positive impact on their day. Um, but economically to support, to be sustainable, but and also to support other, other businesses. There's this, obviously I don't have to tell anybody, this is a big tourism town. This is a big hospitality, town, and so I hope that we, with our, kind of decades of experience in the industry, will be able to have a positive impact on, the next generation of people coming up, in the industry, and yeah, I mean, I'm excited to, be bringing another, like a local and also Black owned business, to Broughton Street, and, to the downtown area, joining, a few others down there. So those are
Absolutely.
some of the things.
Okay. All right.
And
And,
we mean to the community. It's like I want the community to feel like it's their place, that it's theirs. Like, that's simple.
yes, 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 indeed. Yes, indeed. And so when you were saying that when people come in, that somebody come inside and they are known, they're recognized, just and in an intimate way, because just to throw it out there, that some of you all know, and we say Dottie's is at 207 West Broughton Street. 207 West Broughton Street. Again, is downtown Savannah. Broughton Street, many of us who are here, we know about Broughton Street. Tourists come there. That is the third tourist area in the city of Savannah. So again, third tourist area in the city of Savannah. But also for us, the locals, we've known Broughton Street for a long time. 207 West Broughton Street. I had to throw it up to the west side. West side, because I'm around the west side. Kabam. I'm at the 300 block. But again, throw it up there. But just like on the south side, I go to 520 Tavern. I walk in 520 Tavern, and they say, you here for them jalapeno mozzarella sticks and the garlic parmesan wings. I'm like, how y'all know that? And they're like, we gotta know our people. I'm like, what? And I say, now, but wait a minute now. Coach Sam Carter is supposed to know that I'm getting these wings and this jalapeno, mozzarella stick. Because he was like, no, Jamal, you're supposed to have that. So I said, so keep that to yourself. Let that just be known at 520 Tavern. So now when I walk in the Dotties, I don't need to have some people like say, you here for such, so. I like, that's right. Keep it to yourself. Keep it at 207 West Broughton Street.
What happened?
207 West Broughton Street. You keep it right there. Don't let it go out. But at
What
least people
happens?
know me.
What
Huh?
happens in Dottie? You said what happens in Dottie stays in Dottie.
Space and Dotties. That's right. When it pertains to Jamal, what Jamal might be eating. Because Coach Sam Carter probably tell Jamal he ain't supposed to have that. And so then he'll be like, you already had your 3. And so, but I don't need that. I don't need that. So I'm like saying, because again, we want that vibe that Dotties that we can feel from Dotties. And so that's why, again, Dottie's 207 was Broughton Street, and prospective date of opening is when?
Prospective date, first week
Right,
in
we
March.
know
Yeah,
it's cheaper.
how we're in construction,
Right.
And so, and then, we have to pass those final inspections, which, should be fine. But, anybody on here who's of influence, you hear me?
Ah, okay.
You do have to
That's
pass
right.
those inspections.
Mm-hmm.
So we would really like to be open before St. Patrick's Day, before that kind of
Okay.
that strong spring tourist energy comes in, so that we can, kind of get ourselves ready, for that situation.
Yes, because St. Patrick's Day is the start of tourism in Savannah. For those who may not be aware, there's that March 17th. That is the starting date for tourism in the city of Savannah. And for some people, that date right there alone, St. Patrick's Day, generates for some people a quarter of their business revenue for the year. And for some people, it is even 6 months. So it's a great revenue generator. So for businesses, and so again, those who are involved in the tourism industry, it becomes important for them. So that's what Dot is looking at. And so that's why now we come to this one question right here to you. Why Savannah? Why Savannah?
I mean, because it's the best city in the country. You heard it here.
That's right. I didn't say it. She said it. So guess what? And when I throw West Side, y'all understand. That's right.
It's beautiful, I mean, you tell all the reasons, on your tour, historically why it's so important, and yeah, I mean, just from the very first time I visited, I felt so kind of drawn in and so welcomed in, to the energy of this place and
Okay.
stunned by the beauty, of it. And I want I wanted to be in a place where I felt like I could make a contribution, make an
Yeah.
offering.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And
Yes. Yeah.
yeah, and I felt that here. I felt like I had a lot to learn and a lot to give.
Ah, yes, 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 and that is crucial. That is crucial. So when you say a lot to give, because I tell folks that with regards to business and how with regards to African people, that it's also part of education too, that you operate a business. We many times we look at it just from the standpoint of capitalism and with regards to profit. It is also engendering other people as to how they need to operate, what they need to, how they need to function with regards to the business, and also with regards to other elements, with regards to respect, with regards to when you're going to say that someone comes in and somebody knows you, that again, that it's a spirit that is there now to enliven them. That again, it may have been the worst day that they've had this week right here, but because they came into diet, guess what? It transforms. That now it becomes something like a place that refuge. And so that's why I would throw out to you that why do you want locals? What do you think? What do you want locals to get when they come to Dottie's? What do you want locals to feel?
Yeah. Well, I want them to feel, like what I would want, like the thing that I'm looking for,
Okay.
is the place where I can go and I know I'm going to see some people, um,
Mhm.
I know I'm gonna, just get a little, I work from home a lot too. So,
Okay.
where I'm gonna get some energy from other people and also see people who I know and connect and just like have that kind of spontaneous meeting.
Yes.
It gets so hard when we're trying to like constantly schedule, times to be together and, just like to check in a little bit, to see
Mm-hmm.
and be seen
Mm-hmm.
and not in the
Mm-hmm.
like styling and profiling way, but just when you
Right.
want to just to
Right.
see want to
Right.
see
Yes.
people and you want to
Yes.
be seen.
Yes. Yes.
I go
Yes.
to I go
Yes.
to a
Yes.
place, go to a new city, and
Mm-hmm.
like I want to like see people. I want to see our people.
Right. Mm-hmm. Right.
And
Mm-hmm.
and even if it's just a like, hey, how you doing?
Mm-hmm.
So I want that. I want people, locals, to feel like one, that it's somewhere where they can get good food.
Mm-hmm.
First and
Mm-hmm.
foremost, that's our
Mm-hmm.
first
Yes.
priority.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Is meeting their
Mm-hmm.
expectations in that way,
Mm-hmm.
hopefully exceeding their expectations, but also, just a space to come and connect and just have that moment of,
Mm-hmm.
that community, that spontaneous, community moment. Um,
Okay.
yeah. Am I allowed to ask you a question?
Woo! You saw it through. It went up. Whoa! Oh! Y'all know Erica's my sister. I got mad love for Erica. I got mad love for. Ooh, ooh. Okay. Ask your question. I'll make a decision whether I'm going to answer it. Go ahead.
Well, it's really, we were talking a little bit about this before, but we didn't really get into it. You were just talking about what Broughton Street and downtown, was like
Mm-hmm.
before,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yes, man.
the businesses over there. And again, I've gotten
Mm-hmm.
little hits of that, on tour and stuff with you, but I
Mm-hmm.
want to hear, for a lot of reasons,
Mm-hmm.
but also because, I hope that we will honor some of that history and legacy,
Mm-hmm.
in what we do. And so, yeah, so I just want to like, I want to soak it in. I want to soak in the knowledge.
You say, run tell that, Jamal, run tell that. So, but we were going to be answering into some of that, but she won't go ahead and throw it up right now. But
Oh, I didn't know.
I'm just
I
saying,
didn't know how long it was. I
oh,
want to make sure I get it in.
I'm just saying it's all good, but I'm like, that's fine, ain't no sweat. But again, because there's some of the things I was throwing out there that with regard to Broughton Street, and so I'm gonna come to. I'm answering, but just want to get your thoughts. So, what do you want from that person who is not from Savannah? What do you want them to get from Dottie? What do you want them to get from that? coming in, and then I'm gonna answer that, because then that way it'll flow right with regards to, because in my own mind, because I want to get out, because see, I might run my mouth too much, and my mama say my mouth is like a refrigerator. See, Charlie Brown got his saying, my mama got her own saying too. So, but I'm just saying. So, what you want that tourist, that person who's not from here, who comes to Savannah, bam, Dotties. What do you think? What do you want them to expect? Get.
Well, I mean, along these lines of what we're talking about, I want them to, it does feel like a lot of people come here, like these kind of history seeking, tourists, right? And they mostly get one story, or, and I want to, I hope, to illuminate, some of our history in a better picture of who the people who built this city.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And a better, I want them to get those, obviously we're a restaurant, we're not a museum.
Right.
However,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you can tell stories through, products and things that you're selling, or the reason why you made certain decisions with decorations or, materials. I love stories, and I love putting together things that have a story, and through those little stories, I feel like you can piece together a bigger picture of what, what this place was and is. And yeah, I think, for a city that is, at least 50%.
Yeah, 54% African American.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
54%.
Majority.
54%.
So that's a majority Black city.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
I felt as, I was once a tourist too, not that long ago. So I felt that I didn't, wasn't seeing that representation in the, kind of historic downtown area. So in the ways that we can, I want to bring that back. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. And we say to everyone, share, share, share. It makes sense. And absolutely. Share, share, share. Dottie's will be opening up hopefully before March 17th in downtown Savannah, doing breakfast and lunch in the beginning, and then expanding to a breakfast, lunch, and early dinner. That will be doing that downtown. Erica Phillips is the owner of Dottie's. And how can they contact you?
Dottie's, DOTTIES, market, SAV.com. Also on Facebook and on Instagram, Dottie's_SAV, Dottie's Market, Savannah.
Yes, man. And so for those of us who are from here, and just you and I had conversations about this, that Broughton Street, and again, throwing it out there. That's why I say, because I want this segue with regards to this, that what we're looking at that for us locals who lived here, that again, that 54%, and even the 40% that's here, that we went down to Broughton Street. Broughton was part of the complex for us, that, we had the malls, but you had Broughton Street. And so for us, is a part of that circuit that you go downtown, and so you enjoy what's downtown. You experience downtown. You buy items downtown. You're paying bills downtown, but you should go out to the mall too. So you had that fluidity. That again, it's not just one that was concentrated. You had all that. But then what was remarkable for some of us, well, I've realized that when we go downtown, especially during the holidays, when it is Thanksgiving, when it is Christmas, you're downtown, and what then occurs? You're waiting. Let's say you're waiting for the bus to go out to the mall. You see some people from who you graduated with from high school, or you see some other relatives. You see some cousins. You see other relatives right downtown. You see some neighbors you hadn't seen in a while. They're downtown also. And guess what? That fellowship is going on now. Everybody's not congregated. They talk to one another. They might go and say, let's go to this place and get a hot dog. Let's go get this punch from this place right here on Broad Street. Or they go to, let's go to Crystal's right there on Broughton and Drayton Street. So you got the people going to these places. They go to Tanner's, or they say, hey, I'm down at Catherine's, her tailor shop right there in the 400 block of Broughton Street, West Broughton Street. that they're right there. So then they're experiencing all of that right there. They're getting a sense of that right there. They're going to, say, to the Walgreens, or they're going to the Crest. They're right there. They're going to Levy Jewels because somebody about to pick up some jewelry for a family member. So all that's right there going on. People are not talking about this, and they're doing right there on Broughton Street. And that then folks are getting off the bus and seeing, you might see somebody on the bus, and you like, they're yelling out the window at you. You like, no, so, I'm at mama's house. I'm going to be there to so. Or you somebody driving down the street, bum, bum, bum. Hey, what you doing here? Hey, I'm going to be here till Friday. So hit me up, So all that is going on, and that it was that, if somebody said that cacophony of sounds and interaction that was happening, that is that whole mirror, that whole melange, that whole gumbo, that whole mosaic, that whole painting of us as a people on Broughton Street. That's what it was like. And then and I didn't share this with you. What was also, you had the Learner's Department store right there at Bull and Broughton Street. And then you had the man who said, the day is about to end. The day is about to end. He's down there. He letting you know that the day is about to end. He's dressed neat. He got his hat on. He got his sunglasses on. He letting it be known. Somebody who was involved in the civil rights movement. He's right there on Broad Street, and he's not letting it know, talking about the last, and he's putting it out there. And that was a part of the scene. That was a part of it. You had the J.C. Penney's right there. People going to get their shoes, getting their dresses, all that. Hyman and Son. That's where people at the Tompkins High School, they would go to Hyman's and Sons. And so they go and get their stuff right there. But again, that's the part of the experience. And so that's what, for me, that when I look at Dottie's and what it can represent for us, is that with regards, when you talk about the locals, and that it becomes a scene also, that again, that we can have these conversations almost akin to, for some of us, especially in a city like Savannah, that what we now have, those of you who are familiar with this, about Pascal's in Atlanta. People talk about Pascal's. Pascal's was where the restaurant where folks went at, where Dr. King and Andy Young, all of them sat down, and they now began to strategize about the changes. Then you go from civil rights now to economic rights, where you got the Maynard Jacksons and everybody, and the Herman Russells. They sit down right there. They're now plotting now in this majority Black city how they're going to transform and bring wealth to that city. That you now bring Black millionaires to that city. That Herman Russell now, back his construction company, bam, blowing up. They're not building the Atlanta airport, and that they're not sitting right there. Maynard Jackson now saying, check this out. If you're going to do business here, you are going to support, you're going to work with Black businesses. And so, poof, we see that happening. But they're there at Pascal's. And so you have this, again, the political rights, the human rights, along with economic rights, all happening right there. And so Dottie can become that, as I say, that in my mind, that way station, that place where people walk inside there and they see Julius Hall inside there trying to get something special from them, because he doesn't. I know Erica. I know Erica's a Wolverine. So Julius Hall doing something. Erica's a Wolverine. She's a Wolverine. Don't listen to Jamal. Jamal don't know what he's talking about. So he's a Wolverine. Erica not here. Chris, you know what's up. Yo, Yvonne, you know what's up. You know what's up. You know what they say, choose if we got you. They sit down and say, see that? That's what I'm talking about. So bam, he sit there, and then I got to look at this foolishness like this, like, boy, this is what I'm talking about. That's why I did not want you to meet her. That's why I had to. So, but it's that right there. Then we got our council members in there, our state representatives, our state senators in there. We got, again, our judges inside there. We got our attorneys inside there. We got our DA inside there. We got our mayors inside there. We got our Chatham County commissioners inside there. All the commissioners right there, and the chairman of the commission. Everybody right there. Our school board representatives inside there. The superintendent inside, the president of the school board. Everybody right there. People seeing one another. And again, they're like, okay. And then it becomes, again, that place, that meeting place for us now to take it to another level. So for me, that's why with regards to Dottie's, that when you like saying, hey, Jamal, this is what I'm going to do. I'm like saying, and me knowing you and having a sense of what you are about, I'm like saying, yeah, that's what we got to have. And then having it right there in that place right there, the third tourist area in the city of Savannah, a place that resonates and goes back, harkens back in time to how it used to be for us when we were down on Broad Street, when we had our presence right there. That there becomes, I will say this to people out there, again, we say share, that this now becomes an oasis for us to now have a place, have a space for us to be there. That again, when we walk on Broad Street, we're no longer strangers in our own city. That Dottie's can become a place where we are back home, right there. And that when we walk inside there, we're like, whoo, I can throw my hand up in the air and say, guess what? HBJ, HBJ. We don't care about Beach, Savannah High, Tompkins, Groves, Island, New Hampstead, Johnson. We don't care about you. Savannah Arts Academy, Savannah Early College. We ain't care about none of y'all. The Calvary, Country Day, Savannah Christian, none of that. Bam, we don't care about y'all. Bethesda, we don't care about none of y'all. That is by HBJ. Understand? I'm walking in, people just look like, okay, he coming with that again. So yeah, so again, it's our place where again we can be family, we can laugh, we can have fun, but then also have some serious conversations about what is going to happen in the city. What's the direction of the city? That we now have that respite place. We have that place where we can do that.
Yes, may it be so. Yes, definitely.
So did I answer your question?
Yes. Yes. Yes, you definitely answer my question.
Even though I was gonna be throwing it out to fit in other ways, but yes, that's what it's about. And so which is good, because just for you, my thing was like, what is your community philosophy? What is your community philosophy? What's your philosophy of community?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, I think it goes back again to my upbringing, and the just without ever even saying it, just what was, or with saying it, what was instilled in me, that responsibility for the collective. And it's not even just responsibility, but it's just not even seeing oneself as separate from the community. Like, your success is my success, my success is your success, and deeper than that, just like my survival, my livelihood is tied up in you. My freedom, my liberation is tied up in your freedom and liberation, so like no separation,
Yes.
And I was born, in 80. So I came up with Kwanzaa being a part of, we celebrated that as a community. I remember at DuSable Museum in Chicago. Shout out to DuSable Museum.
Yes, DuSable. She got there at DuSable. Catherine Dunham and everybody. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, Catherine Dunham. Margaret Burroughs. Yeah. So so that, which is not, not different than I think everywhere we are, so I really feel like, again, like even with Daddy's, is, it's a going back to, it's like, we're not creating something new. We're going back and bringing it, bringing it forward. And so, yeah, I think that's really what my, community philosophy is, is I see my community as me.
All right.
And I am my community.
Yes, indeed. And so that was something that my mind was that I can envision an element of the Kwanzaa crawl being tied into Dottie. So for the 2023 season, 2023-2024 season of Kwanzaa here with the Kwanzaa crawl, that we have some element, that we have some connection. If it's from the daytime Kwanzaa, something like that, at least looking at that element. So that was something I did have on my mind, that we would definitely be sharing, Alderman Keisha Gibson Carter and myself, making sure that we will be doing that. And so, I
got the Kanara ready. We're ready. I got all the materials. Oh, did we freeze?
Yeah, I'm frozen. Yeah. I had to do that. I'm like, oh my God, you've been around Julius Hall too long already. I can tell that. They're like, oh Lord Jesus. Okay, but yeah, she already got the canard, she got it all, so yeah. So we ain't got it. She like, Jamal, I'd be like, oh, when she skips on, I ain't gotta take no canards, I ain't gotta take none over there. Bam. She got it all. Erica got it all. Yeah.
We'll be ready. We'll be honored to be a stop on the crawl.
That's right. That was a big. We're gonna break that on out. So then, what is your business philosophy? What is your philosophy of business?
Well, I think it's how, again, it's rooted in this, like, this local business, this being a part of the community, a sustainable business. A sustainable business means being a part of the fabric of the community, um, and not being, extractive. Like, we're not coming into this with a philosophy about how we're going to, this is our example, and then we're spreading all over, the country. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but
Mhm.
that's not our focus and our philosophy. It's how can we be, how can we serve, all the, the tourists and everything, but how can we serve this
Mhm.
community,
Mm.
and
Yes,
I
yes.
believe that is, um, that is how I define success, so
Right.
being interwoven, being different from a kind of like a broader corporate kind of, uh, philosophy. So being people and community centered. Um, and I think means, like, having with regards to like a food business too. I think it means that, food sensibilities are within the context of Savannah and of this region, and that's reflected. um, so yeah, I guess it's that in a different way. I'm just saying, like, really being of the place in as much as you can, and as much as people will join us and um and help us to manifest that. Um,
Okay.
and so I think that we, and I believe business always has a responsibility to give back,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
in whatever ways and opportunities, like, economically, but as you said, through education, and being an example, and um, yeah,
Okay. All right.
having a voice, having a business, you having a business, and hopefully having a successful business, gives you a voice in the community, or in, the city. And so how we use that is important, and
Yes.
staying connected to the community is going to help, inform that.
Yes, yes, indeed, yes, indeed. And Dottie's, for those of you who are from here, Dottie's is around the corner from on West Broughton Street. That's 207 West Broughton Street. Dottie's around the corner from the gas company, because y'all know that we used to go pay your gas bills right there on Barnard Street, around the corner from the gas company. Yeah, some of y'all in Savannah like, oh yeah, that's the gas company used to be right down Barnard. So it's right around the corner, 207 West Broughton Street from the gas company. Down the street from the old City Market, from City Market right there, because City Market, it wasn't 2 blocks. City Market was a building that was right there at Barnett and Congress Street. That's right. It was the 2-story building that was right there on Congress. Again, the old City Market later on became the garage right there. Some of y'all say, oh, I don't remember the City Market, but I remember the garage right there that they later tore down. So, yeah, it's right down from there, around the corner from there. So, again, Dottie's, we know about Dottie's. That's where it's located at, around the corner, 207 West Broughton Street. And so, what are you most proud of with regard, or not? What is something you're proud of with regards to your work with regards to all this?
Well, I I think that when I think about, right before I decided to move, and how I was envisioning my life and what I wanted to do, and talking to my husband, and about what we would want to work on together. um the seed of this idea, it wasn't exactly, this, but the seed of this idea, was planted, many years ago. And so I've been trying to, celebrate and feel proud of the fact that, we're manifesting this vision, um, and that my family is really gathering around it, around the idea. And, like I said, Chef Yvonne, came down from, she was over in Las Vegas, so she came over, and her mom, my aunt, have come. So, and I think in that generation too, I feel that they have a sense of, that I feel that they are proud of me for making this, this journey, and for really, manifesting this dream and this idea. and naming it after, our great matriarch, doing it in her, in her honor, in the spirit of her. So I feel very proud of that. Because and thank you for asking me the question, because it's what made me kind of think about it. You go, and this, the restaurant business, all businesses, but restaurant business in particular, it's a grind. It's a lot. It's a lot. And so we must stop and reflect and celebrate, these moments. And we're almost there. The doors are almost open. So I'm proud of that tiny seed, that, of an idea that we're now, we found the right place and the right people. And I just can't wait for the people to come in and make it their own, because anybody who has, a restaurant knows you have your idea, you have your plan. And then once you open the doors, it's not yours anymore.
Oh, yes. And again, to all of you, this is Dottie's. That's 207 West Broughton Street in Savannah, Georgia. Be opening up prior to, at least projected, open up prior to St. Patrick's Day in Savannah, March 17th. And you can get in touch with Dottie's via
our website, Dottie's, DOTTIES Market SAV.com, or on social media, Dottie's Market Savannah, or Dottie's_SAV. We're on Instagram. We've been posting. We're posting now some of the some of the construction, and you can see the before pictures and see our progress. And and I really hope you'll come visit us.
Indeed. So
if you feel, if you feel like seeing who and eating with him, which way can I point? It's opposite that way.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, yeah. You've been around Julius Hall. You've gotten corrupted.
Well, I also have another question. I put this out on Instagram, and I feel like it didn't get a lot of play, but the people want to know how you are looking younger every year. What's happening? What's going on? What are you doing?
I've been waiting to eat at Dottie's. I've been waiting. I've been waiting to eat at Dottie's. I've been waiting to eat at Dottie's. That's what I've been going on. I've been waiting to eat at Dottie's. I've not been eating, not too much, but occasionally at 520 Tavern. But then otherwise, I've been waiting for Dottie's, because I've been waiting for Dottie's for a long time.
And that's making you younger.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely.
Oh, you know what? I have a story about Dottie too, a little bit related to this.
Go ahead. Share the story.
Well, Dottie, Dottie got very enthusiastic about a kind of vegetable fruit drink that she, found online. It was like one of the late night, infomercials. I can't remember the name of it right now. I won't give them free advertising on this platform either, but but she was very excited. She was drinking it, and so she almost, she almost got kicked out of the rehabilitation center after she broke her hip, because so Dottie lived to be 103.
Okay.
And so she, at 99, 100 years old, was, sort of implying that this juice might be the reason why she was living so long and was so healthy and just, always in her right mind. And we had to have some talks and some interventions around that, and she was contacting the juice company saying, that they should be giving her some commissions on sales. So this was also who Dottie was. So you need to know.
So now you're trying to come at me about my nut juice. Oh my God. Okay. You're trying to come at me about my nut juice. America After Dark, The Rabble, Julius Hall, Bernard. I see what's going on. See, how you been riding up too long? Okay. Oh, okay. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh wow. I do tell y'all share, run, tell that. Okay, I got you.
I'm just saying it's suspicious. You look 10 years younger than you did like 3 years ago. I'm just saying.
Okay. All right. Okay, yeah. They always trying to get my recipe for my nut juice, but okay, I it ain't working. let's say Erica on too. I see what's going on here. That's why. Oh Lord, Dottie's 207 West Broughton Street. Woo, woo. This is how they do you on Run Tell That. Woo. So what we're gonna do, my sister, we're gonna let you lead the people with a word of inspiration, a word of inspiration that you think they might need. Anybody out there any word that you want to give to the people, any word at all.
I want to say, to be beauty and be love, because that's who we are, be love, give love, be loved, remember love, and the love, that love that we, not just romantic love, but the love that we have, for each other. That's what I think of when again, when I think of Dottie, it was just that how much she loved, that legacy, of love, that we have for each other,
All right. Yes, indeed.
That's
So
what I
the
got.
okay, I mean that's all good. That's all good. The last question for you is this: what is the best high school in Savannah, Chatham County, Georgia? Please
I'm
get
sorry.
it right. Please. What?
You breaking up?
What
I can
is
hear you.
the best high school? Let me write it down. Let me write it down.
Hear. It's like I'm static, or it's like you froze. You there?
Yeah, I'm still here. Yes. Yes. Best high. This is what I'm talking about. This is episode. Woo! You just gotta be able to roll with our Black media. That's how they do run tell that, the little brother of all the shows. See how they do me. And they not got Erica, they all in cahoots right now. They're gonna be down there eating sandwiches and eating breakfast, other stuff like that. I'm just gonna walk in and just look at them like, yeah, I knew it. But our sister, Erica Phillips, Dottie's 207 West Broughton Street, opening up ideally before St. Patrick's Day, an oasis for us to come back and be downtown again. Glad to have you on the show. And to all of you, Run Tell That family, we'll see you next week. But again, to our sister Erica, we appreciate you, sis. Much love. Yes, indeed.
Boy. Always. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Well, we know you were saying it was HBJ, Herschel B. Jenkins High School. You ain't got that out, Mr. Producer. Bam! We out of here.
That's it.